Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here, Safi Financial Network, April 21st, 2025. Happy Easter. All right, market just going down. Seems like the cycle for April 25 to, actually, I should say April 15 to April 25 works. So we are kind of like seeing the aggression period of the market, and market is down, but volume is light. Obviously, today is kind of like an Easter holiday for those ones who are practicing Christianity. So we'll see that market is down in a light volume. So S&P 500 goes down to 5107 right now. If it take out this pivotal point, or I should say important area, which is the beginning of this demand area on this wide range bar, which is 5100, it can go all the way down to 4800. And there is going to be a chance to go even lower to 4600. But I would say this move, if we go down and taking out this pivotal point going down to 46 to 4800, I may call for the low of the year. So I know this is very, very bold call right now. Everyone is talking about recession, bear market, or something like that. I don't believe this is going to be the case for this year. And this is the typical scenario for the bottom information. Everything is getting negative. Everyone is talking about recession. Everyone is talking about tariff fears around the world and those stuff. This sentiment can resolve very, very fast. And in a short-term sentiment drives the market. That's why market is just forming a very, very high swings to the upside and downside. I'm taking this as a great buying opportunity because I believe that when this bottom forms, we're gonna see for another a rally, a sharp rally to the upside, and that would be kind of like the market top for the decade. Right now, this is not the top for the decade. This is not the top, maybe the top for the year. I'm not sure. But the bottom of the year is coming very, very soon. So this video is just focusing on the main indexes, gold and silver and crude. I'm not going to go through all two different stocks that I'm covering every day. But I want to say we are seeing a nice bear reversal to the downside on a daily chart, and we are going down. But on a weekly basis, we are at stochastic momentum index in a bold reversal. And even if we go lower below this weekly point, it doesn't mean that we are going to the further downside. We are having this area again, 46 to 4800, which is a nice weekly demand area. And I'm looking for that one. IMI is forming a very nice double bottom here. RSI is forming a nice double bottom here. Looking for that one. And even we may see some kind of like a choppiness here in a weekly chart. But I would say this is a weekly bottom information. It takes a while. And right now in a daily momentum, we see that the momentum is down. RSI is getting back potentially to the oversold condition for the final um, low of the year. And if we get to 46, 4800, that would be, I would say, a great buying opportunity. For me, I'm gonna buy a lot here. So let's wait for that one. Moving on to Nasdaq area. So Nasdaq is the same scenario. We got a bear reversal to the downside in stochastic momentum. RSI is not over 50, which means still bears have control. But I would say at the same time, if we go down, we're gonna have like a further downside to 16,900. That's the first important level. If we take out this, we're going to go all the way down below this low, 16,100 and 15,600. I have this area as like this area. This is kind of like the consolidation demand area, back tested once. And this one goes back all the way to this pivotal point here, which is going to be the high for 2023 in July. So that is very, very important level because market, I remember July, since July all the way to October, we had like a 3 months corrective move. Everyone's panicking. I remember at that time, everyone is saying like we just finished the bull market. We're getting back to the bear side. I remember I was super bullish on that time. Market just see what happened after that. So This is kind of like the same scenario that we are seeing. Potentially another 2022 started. So this is a 2021 top, 22, and then going all the way down from the bottom, getting back to the upside for a rally. But I would say this is going to be the smaller scale for 2022. I'm not sure if we stretch all the way to October, November. We may see good rallies in November, or I should say last 3 months of the year. But right now, market is pretty volatile. Summer is going to be volatile as well, especially June, July. But that June, July volatility potentially is shifting to the upside based on my cycles. So we are going to see the low for the year. And this is the process of the low for the year for Nasdaq as well. Moving on to Dow Jones, which hit today as well, 3.41% to the downside. That is heading down potentially to take out this low. As I see here, if we zoom back here, we have lots of rooms actually down there for Dow Jones area. So even this is 35,900, which is going to be the top of this high here as well. So this is a nice mini demand area on a daily basis. If you want to just to be protected, we can just call this area. So I'm going to call this area as a nice reversal final low for Dow, which is going to be 34,900 to 35,700. We will see how it goes. Let's just mark it on our chart and see where market is driving us after that. Moving on to gold. Gold is parabolically move to the upside, new all-time high. You see that this is parabolic move. Anyway, if you want to slice it and dice it, this is a shift for the market to shows that there is real panic in the market. Why there is panic in the market? There is no fundamental for gold is getting back to the upside like this or parabolic move. And we have seen this before, so this is not surprise. Look at this move. This is a 2020 parabolic move to the upside. And look what happened after that. So gold is exactly doing the same scenario that has been done before. And right now, we just are diverging a lot with a daily SMA 20 at 3150. And even if you go to weekly chart, you see what I'm getting at. So here's the weekly chart. You see that this is a parabolic move in 2020 after a big wide range consolidation, final parabolic spike to the upside, and see what happened after that. Since for 2 years, gold cannot get back above this. And remember, we were talking about this reverse head and shoulder a lot. So before on that time, I was super bullish on gold. And look what happened after that. So there are two levels in a weekly chart that I have. Still, this run can go higher. So it doesn't mean that gold hits top, but I'm not chasing the price, to be honest. Especially there is a fundamental, or I should say technical reason for me. Look at the GDX, gold miners. So they're down. They're reversing down for 3 days. They can't go higher. So whenever they hit higher, pressure on the sell side is going down. GDXJ junior miners are down. AEM is down. And look at Newmont. Newmont is down. And even Gold Barrick is kind of like a reversing to the downside. I know that gapped up positively, but look at the reversal. So selling pressure is here for gold miners. And even if you see price in silver. Silver doesn't participate, just barely positive, forming a bullish consolidation. I take it. But look at the RSI. RSI just barely positive above 50%. So this tells me that potentially silver is telling us that this movement in gold, just purely gold move, is just a purely panic, nothing more. This is not something that everyone needs to kind of like a pay attention more than that. Yes, 3% for gold. This is kind of like amazing. So you see that gold is going up, $100 up, $100 down, just because there is a real fear in the market. And that's all about it. Silver, still, I'm looking for this area as a great buying opportunity. Still not looking for a final move. I may be wrong. I don't know. I have silver position, but I'm looking for silver to get down here. When this panic is getting over, you will see that the gold is going to smash down, and that's going to just put pressure on silver and gold miners as well. Moving on to crude. Crude is just 1% down today, still forming a bullish consolidation. RSI is not getting above 50%. Uh, we are seeing kind of like the bear reversal on the stochastic is getting to form, but I would say if we consolidate here, that means we are going to take out this 65. So for crude, there are two levels, very, very interesting. So if you're bull, just put your stop loss here. And I believe crude is bottom already. So even if we go to a final low 51 to 53 is going to be the case, not more than that. I don't expect more than that. And that would be kind of like a nice divergence between these two low, probably. And then we are going to see a nice W pattern, double bottom formation forming with a nice divergence for a crude rally to the upside. I would say crude is getting interesting just because this one is hated. I'm telling you, folks, you will love it. You will love it within a year. So even less than that. So you will see how it goes. But unfortunately, there are lots of geopolitical tensions in around the world, especially in Middle East area. I know that there are lots of good news about deals here and there, but I'm not optimistic on those ones based on my cycles. So it seems like something crazy is going to happen potentially for the next 6 to 12 months, and that's going to drive all commodity prices, especially tariff is going to change the dynamic of the market. So just pay attention on industrial side of the market. All right, folks, this is kind of like a shorter video compared to the other ones. What do you think, folks? Are we starting to see a new bear market, or this is just a final low for the market? See you on the chart. Bye-bye.